Hundreds of the Batwa living in the Gwamahano Batwa community in Gwamahano Cell, Mukwa Sub-County, Rubanda district yesterday protested accusing government for keeping a deaf ear about their issues that have constantly arose for over the years since the 1990s. During their protest, they showed dissatisfaction as they were demanding lots of things from the government, but majoring on the lack of land. However, the government of Uganda had promised them to gazette a place after they were evicted from the forests of Gindi, Ichuya, and Mugainga that were conserved by the government. Semajigad, who is the chairperson of the Civil Society Coalition of Indigenous People in Uganda, blamed the government of Uganda for lack of equality of the Batwa as compared to other communities because they are not catered for when providing services to other people. They requested to meet the President of the Republic of Uganda to direct and tell him their issues as they feel other leaders and non-government organizations are not positively responding to their concerns.
I want to meet the President of the Republic of Uganda because our issues are not here before. We wrote a letter to meet our His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda. Our letter was received. From that, the Secretariat Permanent of the Office of President, she wrote us a letter that the President will inform us so that we can meet the President. Our issues was to meet the President. We were able to want to tell the President the challenges that we are meeting here in our country as the brothers and sisters.
Thank you.
Our country will never develop. I hear that our country now we are in the Millennium Development Goals. How Millennium Development Goals is going to help our country Uganda, while the Batwa communities and the other indigenous communities are being marginalized and discriminated? We are not respected at all.
Semaji continues to say that they have survived on begging, working for the non-Batwa for all these years, resulting to their daughters transforming to prostitutes due to the need of employment opportunities as well as money.
When you see this community of Gwamahano, we are 300 people who are living in this community. But we are living in a life where no one would not wish to live. We are surviving on begging. Our children, our girls are now prostitutes, are now going to be killed by HIV because of poverty. We are surviving on dancing for community, hard work, heavy roads. Our children are grazing animal for Batwa because there is no job.
The Director Rights for Poor Young People in Uganda, Omcha Donozio, said that the Batwa have been neglected in terms of service provision, among others, requesting the government to consider bringing facilities near to them.
The issue of saying that they want to be isolated, it is not true. Because when they shifted them from actually the forest, these deep forests around, they have been settling with the community. What they need the facilities close to them. You find a Mutwa walking for 20 kilometers to reach at the facility to get the medicine. You find when he reaches there, they discriminate him or her, this is a Mutwa. By the end of the day, they start fearing themselves.
Omcha appeals to the government to send representatives on ground to assess how the Batwa live rather than always making imaginations. He adds on saying that the non-government organizations that deal with such people should be regulated accordingly because some mostly come in to use the Batwa to get funds.
We are requesting the government to intervene. We need what we call emergency. That's why I requested that the Parliament of Uganda should send the committee to come here and assess. After assessing, they look for a solution and a way forward for these people in this community. So it is the government responsibility to come here and regulate The organizations that are here deceiving these people that they are going to help them, when in actual sense, they are not helping them.
The area member of Parliament Rubanda West constituency, Honorable Moses Kamutu, shows his sympathy to the Batwa communities, mostly about being segregated, saying that the Batwa are like other people and this guarantees them to access government services.
And I would not want to work on separating them with other community members. When we put a facility, it should be for all of the members. Because how long will we keep on separating them from other community members? But with all due respect, we don't agree with people who are segregating them in terms of national cake sharing, because they are also Ugandans. And you know, they are among one of the tribes in Uganda. If you search properly, the Batwa community is also among our indigenous tribes. Yes. So they should also get equal service with any other tribe.
They are crying off.
Kamutu continues to say that he is going to put in all his efforts to make sure that the Batwa get equal rights, especially in terms of getting representatives at every level, because they have been abandoned by government for a quite long time.
That's a suggestion in Parliament. I put a petition about that. These people should have representatives. You know, from the local level up to the Parliament, they don't have representation. Even in the communities, we don't have any chairman from this community. So we will advocate for that. But it is a process, not an event.
Batwa were evicted from the rainforest in 1991, where government gazetted Ichuya Forest to a government conservation forest, Mugainga and Mwini forests in 2 national parks for the endangered mountain gorillas, and ever since then, they have been homeless. Norbert Gyamachi for Stars TV.